I really believed silence meant he was just upset. You know how people get when they're hurt, they withdraw, talk less, need time to cool off. That's what I told myself every time he answered in short sentences, every time he looked past me instead of at me, every time his touch felt more polite than warm. I thought we were in a rough patch. I didn't realize he was already saying goodbye in a language I refused to understand. Before I tell you what happened the day he left, take a second to like this video and subscribe if you believe relationships don't end in shouting, they end in silence. Now let me tell you how I learned that the hard way. His name was Aaron. We had been together 4 years. Long enough to know each other's coffee orders, long enough to share passwords, long enough that I stopped worrying he'd ever leave. That was my first mistake. The distance didn't start with a big fight. It started with little things I barely noticed at the time. I canceled plans because of work. I stayed out late with friends without checking in. When he tried to talk about feeling disconnected, I brushed it off. You're overthinking, I'd say, we're fine. But fine slowly turned into two people living side by side instead of together. Aaron used to tell me everything. Random thoughts, dumb jokes, dreams he had at 3 a.m. Then one day he just stopped. I'd ask, "What are you thinking?" And he'd say, "Nothing," with a small smile that didn't match his eyes. I told myself he's just stressed. One night he said quietly, "I feel like I'm losing you." I laughed lightly, "You're not losing me, I'm right here." He nodded, but the look on his face said he didn't feel that way. Instead of leaning in, I leaned away. I thought giving him space would help. I didn't realize space was exactly what was pulling us apart. Weeks passed like that. No yelling, no big drama, just a slow fading of something that used to feel solid. Then came the day everything ended. It was a normal Tuesday. I came home from work tired and distracted. Aaron was sitting on the couch, phone in his hand, but he wasn't really looking at it. "Hey," I said, tossing my bag down. "Hey," he replied. His voice was calm, too calm. I went on talking about my day, a meeting, a coworker being annoying, traffic. He listened, nodding, the way you listen to a podcast you're not really invested in. Finally, I said, "Why are you so quiet lately?" He smiled softly, "Just thinking." "About what?" "About a lot of things," he said. I sat beside him. "Are you still upset about last week?" I said I was sorry. "I know," he replied gently. That gentleness should have scared me. But I relaxed. "See, he's just hurt, he'll get over it." I went to the kitchen to make tea. When I came back, he was standing near the door putting on his jacket. "Where are you going?" I asked. He looked at me with a calm expression I didn't recognize. "I think I'm going to head out," he said. "Out? It's late." He nodded, "Yeah." Something in my chest tightened. "Aaron, what's going on?" He stepped closer, not touching me, just standing in front of me like he was memorizing my face. "I don't think I can do this anymore," he said softly. My stomach dropped. "Do what?" "This," he repeated, "us." I felt my voice shake. "You're just upset, we can fix this." He smiled, the same small, sad smile he'd been wearing for weeks. "That's the thing," he said, "I'm not upset anymore." That confused me more than anger would have. "What does that mean?" I whispered. "It means I already went through the hurt," he said. "I did it quietly." Tears filled my eyes. "Why didn't you say something?" "I did," he replied gently. "You just thought I was being dramatic." I remembered the night he said he felt like he was losing me, the times he tried to talk, how I brushed it off. "I thought you just needed time," I said. He nodded. "I did. Time to realize I deserved to feel chosen, not tolerated." That word hit me hard. "I never tolerated you," I cried. He looked at me with kindness, which made it worse. "You stopped choosing me, there's a difference." Silence filled the room. "So that's it?" I asked. 4 years and you just leave?" He took a breath. "I didn't just leave. I slowly let go while standing right next to you." My legs felt weak. "Please don't go like this." He stepped closer for the first time and gently held my shoulders. "Take care," he said softly. 2 simple words, but they sounded final. I grabbed his hand. "Aaron, we can try again, I'll change." He smiled sadly. "I believe you, but I'm tired of being the one who waits for the change." He let go of my hand, walked to the door, opened it. I stood frozen, waiting for him to turn around, to say he didn't mean it, to come back and hug me like always. He didn't. He gave me one last look, not angry, not bitter. "Just done." Then he stepped out and closed the door quietly behind him. No shouting, no slammed doors, Just the soft click of the lock and the echo of two words that meant everything. Take care. And that's when I realized something I wish I'd understood sooner. People don't always leave when they walk out. Sometimes they leave weeks before, while you're still busy believing they're just being quiet.